The first rule to remember is learn to observe your dog as he observes you. Never overlook a single glance or movement. Perhaps the most valuable asset to any dog owner is the ability to observe his animal. It is an accomplishment in itself to know how to observe and another to know what to observe. If you can do both properly and accurately, your job of teaching becomes that much easier. Certainly, it will help you understand him much better. Your dog gets information by watching your expression, your movement of hands and feet, the tilt of your head, the inflection of your voice, the tone of your voice, plus your habits. He gets additional information from the time of day as it pertains to what you do at that particular time. Your dog will remember if you wear a particular pair of shoes to go walking, a particular coat to go to church in, or a particular hat to play golf in. He'll also know whether any of these mean that he can go along or whether he must stay. You should know that it is his observation of you which tips him off. Now it is your turn to observe him and start using that observation to teach him. There is almost no end to what a dog can do by conditioning when given a chance to have rapport with members of the family or his owner. Never use the word no to your dog. It demands an explanation and a follow-up reprimand if he doesn't stop doing what is on his mind at that particular time. As an example, I have bear rugs on the floors in my home. I saw my youngest dog walk over and sniff the bear's nose. I called London, "Come here, look at this," and I pulled out my handkerchief and he was momentarily distracted. Several minutes later it was the claws of the bear, and then a piece of black tape on the electric cord. Each time I called and gave him something else to look at and wonder at. It was my job, and it now becomes yours to observe your dog. When his mind is on something which you consider destructive, switch his thoughts by giving him something else to think about, and he'll forget his original intent. You must catch him on 3 successive occasions with the same intent on his mind. When you do and have rerouted him, he will no longer bother that particular object which originally attracted him. At this point, it is necessary to use some of Rule 5, which says, learn to place yourself on your dog's physical level when deciding what things attract him. This actually means you must think of all the senses. First, smell, because a dog's nose is usually on the ground. What may seem insignificant from our level may smell different from the dog's level. And then there is sight, because from 5 or 6 feet things look different than from 4 inches to 29 inches. Sight, because the dog can see very well in the dark. Sight, because what is not moving is harder to distinguish for the dog than for you and I. Next is hearing, because the dog's ability to hear is much greater than ours. And taste, because you cannot drop one piece of melted butter or oil and have it disappear from his taste or smell even after you've wiped it up. It will disappear from sight, yes, but not from taste or smell. That is why they make such fine dope investigators. I merely mention these so that you can see of what value it is for you to observe your dog in light of his size, his shape, and his strong senses. Once you do, most of your problems will be prevented.